I want to know first, I mean, when you left the army and then sort of went back to the real world, was it dramatic change to like just right how you felt? What was it like?
For me, it was a dramatic change because, as I said to you in there, I come from a very, very poor family, and life for me was virtually nothing, you know. So when I came out of the forces, I used to write to a girl. We became pen friends, and when I came out, I went and lived with her parents and found out that life was entirely different to my life at home. And with that we got married.
Is it in a worse way or a better way when
It was
you
a
realised?
better way when I came out, yeah. Because I had a very rough life. I don't know about these two.
For me, it was different. I joined the army when I was 17 and I came out when I was 23. And it was traumatic because I knew exactly where I was. They could have dropped me in any army barracks during the war and I knew exactly where I was and what to do. But going out in the city street with all those queer people about, it was quite worrying to start with because I was a child of the army. And I was, what am I going to do, you see? And in the end, I went to sea, which was sort of even better than the army. So I finished up quite happily.
I didn't find it too hard. What I did miss, and I missed it very badly, was the comradeship. All the fellas, I did miss that. And I found it hard to get a job and knuckle down to a job. After a few months, I did get over it, but I did miss the comradeship, all the blokes and things you got up to. I missed that.
Yeah, the camaraderie was brilliant.
If you're in trouble in the army, if you're in the forces and you're in trouble, there's always someone, your mates, that help you out. And after the war, that wasn't there. So
When you came out of the army, did you still stay in contact with like, friends you made?
no, I didn't.
No,
I didn't.
Difficult.
very difficult.
See,
Scattered.
see, you've got to remember that though you may live in Durham or somewhere up north, you could be in a regiment with someone who lived down in Cornwall. See, and when the war finished, you all spread out and all went your own. You all said cheerio and left, and that was it.
And perhaps see one another once a year at the regimental reunion, which
But the first few weeks coming out was very lonely.
Oh,
I thought it was very lonely, you know, because you'd be, as you said, you're with soldiers for years, and then all of a sudden, you're on your own.
I found it hard to sleep in the bed because I'd slept in a hammock for about 3 years, and I found it very hard to sleep in a bed. But I mean, that's nothing, is it? That doesn't.
I bet you found it like luxury, like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know. A hammock. I still work in a hammock. It's the best bed you can get.
Yeah, my bed in Korea was 3 orange boxes with my sleeping bag on it. Didn't have no beds because we built our hutchie in the hillside, you know, way up. It was 96. We made it 96 steps up to our hutchie. That's all we had was orange boxes and a sleeping bag.
and it was very common to our soldiers in this country to sleep on what they call bed boards. There'd be 2 low trestles, 3 bed boards, and a palliasse, which is a sort of sack full of straw,
Yeah.
which was the mattress. And you got fresh straw, and it was all right to start with, a bit prickly. And as it got old, it got more and more powdery and worn until it was all powder. If you were lucky, you got a refill.
No, we didn't have that in the Navy.
No, you had
We had a hammock.
hammocks.
We had a hammock.
Yeah.
You had the luxury.
Yeah, we had the luxury, yeah. Very comfortable, I've still got my hammock.
And you had your 3 blankets, of course.
It's supposed to be
Which had to be-
asking questions.
Eh?
Did you find it scary when like, you went to sleep at night and you don't
No.
know what could happen?
No, you were so tired.
You just
I mean,
slept.
sometimes we used to go out on patrol, you know, and we was out on patrol all night. You'd been up all day, you know, and you'd sit there for hours, see if you could see the enemy, and then you'd creep back into your sleeping bag, and you virtually died for a few hours, you know.
I was quite fascinated to know, when you were in the Navy,
We used to do, when I was on the destroyers, I used to do convoy work. And everything would be quiet at night, and all of a sudden you hear a bang and look round, and you see a ship go up, and all panic would start. But I didn't really have any aims. I just did my duty. I was on watch. You did 4 hours on and 4 hours off. And that's what I did. You did what you was told. They told you to do something, you did it. You didn't query it. You just did it.
Did you see your families at like Christmas time?
Oh no, oh no.
No, it's not like Afghanistan or
No.
Iraq today where they come home after 6 months.
I don't know what Ken did, but
Well,
I think
I
I did the less overseas. But I only did 2 years over there. Ken didn't.
Well,
I was 4.5 years before I came home.
I was 2 years.
in fact, in this country, you could be... I was away from... Well, I didn't have leave for over a year, and
Yeah.
that was in this country.
That's right.
And that was sort of stationed in ACAT gun sites up north.
I
So
did
you
my
didn't get
training.
leave?
Yeah, I did my training. I got a week's leave. Then I didn't get any leave for over a year. The next year leave I got was when we went overseas. We got a week's leave when the ship went overseas to the Pacific.
We used to get what they call R&R leave, you know, rest and recuperation in Korea. They'd send you to Japan for about 5 days to get yourself back into trim, you know.
Today they do 6 months and then back again. They may do another 6 months later on, but
Yeah.
it's only 6 months and you're back.
I mean, I can't remember how long, but how long was the war again?
Korean War was started the end of 1949, but we didn't go into the 1950s, and it finished 1953. But you were only allowed, they used to say you're only allowed 1 winter out there, because it was so cold. You know, it was 40 degrees below in the winter, and 40 degrees in the summer. Just the opposite.